Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. What up, fight world? It's your boy Ego and I'm back with some more boxing. So it looks like Terence "Bud" Crawford will step up and face another Olympic gold medalist, Felix Diaz. Now, a bunch of outlets, ESPN and other people, broke the story and wrote articles. I didn't rush and make a video because I told you before them. Like I said, Boxing Ego, it's like MTV News. You hear it first, right? So I made a video before these announcements and I knew they were fighting. I told you I had a good source that was indicating that this was a done deal. I made this video, as you guys can see, one day ago. And I said, wow, Terence Crawford close to fighting another Olympic gold medalist, Felix Diaz. Ego rumor mill. So, Ego rumor mill strikes again. Now, I want to give some touched up thoughts, some updated thoughts on the fight since it's now official. Anyway, like I said, I had a good indication that it was going down, which is hence why I made the Ego rumor mill video. But now that it's official, I love it. I think it's a good fight. And just for those people who, like, I had someone in the comment section, I think, of this video, and they said, oh, why doesn't Crawford fight Adrian Granados, who was the other rumored opponent? Now, me personally, met Granados at the Broner fight. Cool dude. I like his attitude. He's, you know what I'm saying? He's real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I could tell where he's from. He's from Chicago, and he keeps it real. Like, he didn't bite his tongue, and he spoke how he felt after the Broner fight. And I respect people who don't fake the funk and act how they want to act, you know what I mean, and don't bite their tongue and act fake, you know what I mean. They're themselves. So I didn't have a problem with the Granados fight. However, some of you guys don't know this because Granados is kind of recently coming into fruition, but Adrian Granados, he actually fought Felix Diaz and he lost a decision to him. I think it was a majority decision, but he still lost. And I seen highlights of the fight. I gotta watch the whole fight. I don't think I've ever just sat down and watched all the rounds, but to know how close it was or whatever. But I don't remember. All I know is Felix Diaz beat him. So this is the better and tougher choice. Not to mention the Adrian Granados fight. It's not really going anywhere because Crawford, there's only a handful of people that he can even fight at 140 that you can even try to sell, you know what I mean, before he tries to maybe move up to 147. I think that's Felix Diaz. I think that's Adrian Granados, the winner of Ricky Burns versus Julius Indongo, or Amir Imam, who is the #1 mandatory with the WBC, or Broner. But I'm not really throwing Broner in there because last I checked, Broner said he's not even going to 140. You know what I mean? Mikey Garcia, that's another option, but who knows, because Garcia's at 135 and he had a falling out and separation with Top Rank. So I'm not really thinking of Mikey Garcia or Adrian Broner as really logical fights that would happen anytime soon. That's just me. So I think Top Rank and Team Crawford got it right. You have to look at it. The backstory, Felix Diaz has been calling Terence Crawford out for a minute. I've done videos about it. You guys can do your research. You click on this. That takes you to the video I did yesterday. Let me see, Terence Crawford. Let's see if that, bam. So just so you guys know, 6 months ago, Terence Crawford versus Felix Diaz possible. Diaz outs Bud. To be the best, you have to fight the best. And again, if you want to see this video, it's kind of dated now, but it was 6 months ago I did it. And I talked about how Felix Diaz called out Bud Crawford. So there's your proof right there, at least 6 months ago. And I think he called him out even before this, but I made a video about it 6 months ago. That's the great thing about YouTube. It's just like timestamps and dates, and you can go back. So when Team Pacquiao says a bunch of stuff about, oh, we'll fight Crawford, and then they change it and say we hate his style, then they say he outpriced himself, you know what I'm saying? luckily you have people like me who are making videos about this, and it's all documented, and you have the timestamps and the sources are cited, etc. But anyway, back to this. I think this was the right opponent. Again, Felix Diaz beat Adrian Granados. Adrian Granados is coming off of a loss versus Felix Diaz is not. He had a hometown fight, I believe, in DR, where he's from. And before that, he stopped a hot prospect who was undefeated, who was getting a lot of praise. I mean, this was before Collazo knocked him out and stuff, and that was Sammy Vasquez. And not to mention, Collazo was supposed to fight Sammy Vasquez at that point, but he got injured, so the fight got canceled with him, and Felix Diaz stepped in as a last-minute replacement. I don't remember off the top of my head. I would have to try to reach out to DeBella to see exactly what type of time frame he had to get ready, but I'm pretty sure he didn't have like a full notice and a full camp because it was initially supposed to be Luis Collazo. See, this is off the top of my head. I remember my boxing, and it helps because I cover boxing, so I remember distinct moments. So that being said, Felix Diaz is the rightful choice. In addition, his only loss is to Lamont Peterson, and some people thought the fight could have went the other way on PBC, right? It damn sure wasn't Peterson's best performance. I thought Peterson, I was at his last fight on the Broner Granados undercard. I thought he looked really sharp as he opened up in the second half, but the Felix Diaz was a campy, scrappy fight, but I wouldn't say it was Peterson's best performance. I believe it was at a catch weight in between 140 and 147, like 143 or something like that. But I think Peterson kind of needed to leave that weight class because it just wasn't his best performance, even though I had him winning by a round or two. It was that close. It was a close fight. But some people thought that Felix Diaz won straight up. So either way, Crawford is taking the tougher test. A man who's not coming off of a loss, a man who arguably has no losses, and is an Olympic gold medalist, point blank, period. Now, the other thing that you guys see in the title, this fight is taking place May 20th. It is now official with Top Rank in New Jersey. I don't know if I'm going to go to this. I covered Crawford's last fight. These flights and all these hotels and stuff add up. But I'm definitely going to watch the fight for sure. I might have someone cover this particular fight. I might go to it. I don't know. It just depends on how I feel in May. But aside from that, I was thinking in my head, I was like, man, when's the last time they even had a good fight in New Jersey? I couldn't think. And for those real boxing heads, you'll know that Jersey used to be a mecca for boxing. There used to be a lot of good fights, like Atlantic City and stuff like that. They used to have a lot of good fights happen over there. I believe Mayweather versus Arturo Gatti was there. Last big fight that I really remember was Sergey Kovalev versus Bernard Hopkins. That's the last big fight that I remember being in Jersey. So that being said, when they said it was Newark, that kind of raised the antennas, because I was like, wait a minute, Newark, that's where Shakur Stevenson is from, and he just recently signed with Top Rank. So I was thinking that why would Top Rank have put Shakur Stevenson on an April card at the StubHub with Oscar Valdez versus Miguel Mariaga on pay-per-view, and it's a triple header with Gilberto Ramirez. He's fighting Max Bursack. I think Billy Joe Saunders was supposed to fight him but pulled out or something. But Gilberto Ramirez is fighting him, and Shakur Stevenson's having his pro debut. I'm like, why wouldn't they just shift the pro debut of Shakur Stevenson over to Newark, where he's from, and then put him on the same card as Terence Crawford? I think that's good business. So I hope they do that. And from what I heard, that might be the game plan, to have Shakur Stevenson. I heard that Bob Arum wants to have Shakur Stevenson pro debut in LA with the triple header, with Oscar Valdez being the headliner, I believe. And see, another thing, I don't even know why he's on that card, but I guess to introduce him to the LA market. But that card is on April 22nd, and it's on the same night as Berto versus Porter. So, you know what I mean? That's, to me, I like Oscar Valdez, I like Gilberto Ramirez, and I definitely like Shakur Stevenson. But I think the bigger, more entertaining fight is Berto Porter, because I'm not really sure who's gonna win that one. Some people are saying Porter easy, but I don't think that's an easy fight per se. Porter's been on somewhat of a layoff. He is coming off of a loss on paper to Keith Thurman, even though a lot of people thought he won, but he lost on paper. And I seen Berto training not too long ago, and he looks sharp. So it's a tough fight for both of them. So I think I'll be tuning into that particular fight first and have to DVR the other one. But from what I'm understanding, it sounds like they're trying to have Shakur Stevenson pro debut on that Oscar Valdez card as planned on that triple header April 22nd, and then have a quick turnaround and be on this card for his second fight. So I mean, it'd be nice to see his pro debut in front of his hometown crowd and not make him have to do a quick turnaround. But I mean, he's a young fighter. These young fighters should be, I like them being more active than inactive. So, you know what I mean? If that's how Top Rank wants to move him, so be it. Get you some experience in a pro debut in LA, and then you're right back at it the very next month on the Crawford card. So I think that's the game plan. And if it's not, and there's someone from Top Rank that gets wind of this video, it should be the game plan. I mean, Mike Connellan, he's from Ireland, and he got on St. Paddy's Day weekend, or St. Paddy's Day week, he got the fight in New York where there's a high Irish population. And you know what I mean, Conor McGregor, you'll do fucking nothing, walked them out and stuff like that. So it would be cool to see the other 2016 Rio Olympian Shakur Stevenson get that hometown fight too. You know what I mean? I think that's big for the fighters. It may not be big for me and you, but I think it's big for the fighters. Like when Deontay Wilder and Al Heyman make a Alabama fight so all his people can go to it, I think that's big for the fighter. They appreciate it. You know what I mean? It helps build their confidence. And I want to see Shakur Stevenson do well and transition well as a pro. So I like that. I think that, I mean, two skillful ass fighters that are African American, Terence Crawford and Shakur Stevenson, they kind of need to be on the card together. I think that's a cool package deal. You know what I mean? A little flyer with Crawford versus Felix Diaz, and then you put Shakur Stevenson also. I think that's an easy sell. You know what I mean? Crawford is a champion, and we're talking about an Olympian who's also very skillful. So I like it, man. I like it. And let me know what you guys think. Terence Crawford, that is his opponent, Felix Diaz, just in case there's any doubters, which there shouldn't be. But ooh, I don't even know. Let me see if Top Rank put it. I don't even know how to find for that. I don't even know if he has a Twitter. Yeah, I don't think they did an official announcement. They had a lot going on because it was Vasil Lomachenko had like a media day for his fight. He's fighting Jason Sosa. So there's a lot going on in the world of boxing, and I'm looking forward to it. So that's what it is. I don't know if Felix Diaz has a, I don't even know if he has a profile. Lou DiBella, this is my last place I'm gonna look. I don't even know. Yeah, I'm not gonna look all day. But that's the latest. Let me know what you guys think. Drop it in the comment section. Make sure you share the video, like the video as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, is Ego signing off.